This one's going to hurt him.
Yeah.
Here they come. Off turn number 4. Twice Larson and Reddick have finished 1-2. Larson the winner both times. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
And that was all Kyle Larson putting his car in the right spot in front of Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick went to the bottom of the racetrack and he lost all that momentum.
This whole race has been all Kyle Larson. You put that kid behind the wheel of a race car like this at Hendrick Motorsports and he will get the job done. Old-fashioned butt whooping all day long. Kyle Larson.
2 of the best in the business come off turn number 4. Reddick got within a car length, but Kyle Larson scores his 24th career win for Rick Hendrick and Chevrolet.
How about Ty Gibbs coming back up and getting a top 5 after the day he's had? Chastain, that gamble paid off, 4th place. And Blaney, 3rd, champion, grounded out.
Noah Gragson, 6th, great run. Truex ahead of Hamlin for 7th. Pole sitter Joey Logano and William Byron, the top 10.
As we circle back to the white flag.
It might happen right here into turn 1, guys.
Yeah, he's right there.
Once we get the white flag, the next flag ends the race. 1 lap to go at Circuit of the Americas. Austin Hill leading Shane Van Gisbergen up to turn 1.
Austin doing a good job hitting his marks. It's really easy to overdrive the car in this moment. When you see someone right behind you, he's going to be pressuring you. He did a good job at not blowing turn 1.
Let me tell you something that Shane has been doing a great job all race long is to stay on the track.
And Larson is coming up in 3rd. He's got those fresher tires. What a rally for the 17.
Yeah, don't count the 17 outs. I was someone spun out behind these guys, but this race here is too good to get off of.
Oh my God, somebody's wrecking in the back. 17 has closed the gap tremendously in the last lap.
From turn 10 to turn 11. 3-car battle for the lead. Hill, Van Gisbergen, and Larson.
And one of the last chances for Van Gisbergen to make the pass is going to be breaking into turn 12. But Larson's going to be making the move too, and he's got too much distance there. I don't think he can make up that distance in the braking zone.
I think he's going to come in the stadium. I think Shane is going to make his move in the stadium.
Larson trying to get in there hot.
The problem of Shane right now is that he has to play defense and offense at the same time.
He's going to be right to him. Watch Kyle Larson turn down underneath him right here. Oh, here comes the bump.
Contact.
A lot of bumps.
Gisbergen into Hill. Austin
Here,
Hill
Larson's
goes
gonna
wide.
take it.
Larson as well.
Here comes Kyle Larson.
Larson's going to win it.
Kyle Larson
my
is sitting
God.
there waiting for it.
Austin Hill is not happy with that. He's going to pay back a little bit there.
Well, I don't know. Austin had one coming. That's how he got the lead.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson takes over the top spot, and he's going to come back and lead him off of turn 19 and 20. What a finish at Circuit of the Americas.
These two are done in second.
Overtime. Larson from the back to the front. He's going to get it done in Austin, Texas.
What a rally. What a rally.
Van Gisbergen hangs on and gets second. For Larson, it's career win number 15.
Nice drive, Kyle.
And the second time he's delivered on the road.
Wow.
Great comeback. At the end, tires won the race. I didn't think he was going to be able to come back. Great job.
And we saw what happened. He was one of the only cars to pit there. He had a good restart, a caution, another chance at it, and waited for those guys to be beaten with each other.
Comes Denny to the, or excuse me, Truex to the inside. Look at the big block by Buescher. Pushes Larson up the racetrack. 3 wide behind them.
3 wide, 4 different places coming to the back. White flag under green. Buescher, Larson trying to close. Truex trying to get up to the leader.
Well,
How does he make the block, Kevin?
Kyle Larson is going to get there one more time. You see Chris Buescher back down on the bottom of the racetrack. Kyle Larson's going to have one more shot at it, and it's going to become a cat and mouse game as you get into turn 3. Which direction to go?
Where do you go?
Larson up top, all the way up top. Buescher.
He's on the outside.
block.
He's in position. He's got it.
And here comes Truex. They're going to close right to the 2 leaders. Coming to the line. Crash together. I believe Buescher.
I think you're right. It's so close. This is going to be a huge win for Buescher. They're excited. I think it's him, Kevin.
That was incredible.
Corey Heim gets spun just past the checkered flag with, I think, Austin Dillon.
Oh, yeah.
Let's look at it. It may be the 5. Hold on.
Well, let's have a look at the video.
Uh-oh, boys.
Buescher is ahead. Larson is coming. It's like the Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
it's
my
that
gosh.
close. It's Larson.
Holy cow.
What a finish, boys.
Can you believe it?
I cannot.
I can. But what a crush. Oh, man. I hate it for Chris Buescher. That Larson got the run on the outside. That is a bold move.
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
0.00.
Look at these guys. Crushed. Crushed.
For the last time here, we get to say 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And Kyle Larson drove through the field and back to the front after that final pit stop at lap 81.
Keep an eye on Martin Truex. He's give up another second there. I don't know what's going on there, if he's getting tight on fuel or what, but I think he's given up on the race for the lead. Now we're just managing second place.
Michael McDowell 2.5 behind Truex. Jamie?
Well, Truex's crew chief, James Small, right when they came across the finish line, said, hit that fuel switch now. So it's certainly a concern.
Well, Chastain and Busch got together.
Oh, my God.
Imagine that.
For 5th.
He's going to fall all the way back to at least 11th.
The hits just keep coming for Kyle Busch and everybody on that 8 car. That's going to be unfortunate. Had a top 5 going.
That's a tough one. Last lap.
That is a tough one.
Last corner for Elk Grove, California's Kyle Larson. The 31-year-old is going to power off turn 11. Take this little kink here to the checkered flag. And Kyle Larson scores his 26th career win. 3rd of the season. Hendrick Motorsports, Chevrolet.
Hold on, Truex is out of gas.
Way to execute. Way to be there all day. Good job.
Truex is out of gas, guys. He didn't make it back around. McDowell's going to be second. Buescher, he's still not around. He's right there at the start-finish line, 100 yards before it, out of gas.
Green, if that car will continue to roll.
He's trying to roll.
That's Ryan Preece, and he is trying to roll, but he's got a flat right rear tire. Out of 4, will they see the white flag? Larson in front, Reddick running second. One more time around. And the 41 still isn't moving.
I don't see any way NASCAR lets them race by this.
And there's the caution. Larson's going to do it. Larson is going to win the Brickyard 400.
We get back to the line.
Preece started to roll. He couldn't continue. The caution comes out after they had received the white flag. And Kyle Larson gets his 27th career victory. And it comes with another crown jewel win. The Brickyard 400.
Water charge to the late laps, and the plane is ready.
Think about the month of May that Kyle Larson had here, trying to run his first Indy 500. The fans here absolutely showed him tons of love. Every time he'd come to pit road, they'd all stand up and cheer.
Brickyard 400, baby, hell yeah!
It didn't work out for him on that day, but it has today.
Good job, guys. Good job.
They had the orange on there from Arrow McLaren. They wanted to do the double. There's Mr. H. He was the honorary pit car or pace car driver earlier, celebrating with the team. The orange is on the car from that attempt at the double in May, where he was going to run the Indy 500 and then go run the Coke 600. But because of rain here in Indianapolis, he stayed to finish the race. He got to Charlotte late and wasn't able to get into the car in Charlotte because that rain, or the rain in Charlotte, pushed it too late to where they couldn't restart, so Larson wasn't able to do the double. But now, Kyle Larson wins at the most famous racetrack in the world. Kyle Larson has been deemed one of the, if not the greatest race car driver in the world today.
Huge step of motivation. Let's listen in the 5 of Larson.
The only mission you have right now is keep taking care of it. That's it. Trying to get to the white flag as quick as I can. I understand.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
That's great.
Kyle Larson, we talked to all these drivers when the playoffs started, and he talked a lot about managing mistakes, avoiding accidents. He knows the pace is there. A monster year. He got to try the Indy 500, run the double. That almost cost him, or did really cost him, the regular season championship and some playoff points, making up for it all tonight.
He's going to do it again next year as well. He will do the Indy 500 Coke 600 double. He had that huge crash at Atlanta Motor Speedway to begin the playoffs. It wasn't a great Watkins Glen either. And just recently on the radio, he said to Cliff Daniels, I'm trying to get to the white flag as quickly as I can. Well, that white flag has come. And Kyle Larson is on his way home. It has been a stellar first-class performance under the lights in Bristol. Kyle Larson is the man. Cliff Daniels says, there you go, you took care of business.
That's fun.
Awesome run from his teammate Chase Elliott as well. Bubba Wallace, a top 3 run. Fine night from him, and Demi. This guy on screen, Kyle Larson. I mentioned earlier that coming into this race, he'd led more than 1,500 laps this year. 1,552 to be precise. That is 634 more laps than the next closest competitor. And that was before the drop of the green today. He's led 60 laps. Nobody has led that much here at the Roval. And now there's just 1 lap to go. 2.25 miles before he's got another career victory.
Christopher Bell isn't close, but he's close enough that the 5 has to be very careful with this 99. You don't want to make a mistake at this point. You see maybe 25, 30 car lengths back. I mean, it's a big, big gap. But at a track like this, we have seen some big mistakes. I don't expect that out of the 5, but he has to figure out what he wants to do with this 99.
And for Daniel Suarez, his playoffs run ends here in just a lap time. The 99, the sole rep for Trackhouse as he waves Larson by on the inside. It's been a good run, an interesting run, but it's over for Suarez. It is far from over for Kyle Larson. The last time, the only time he's won here at the Roval, interestingly enough, was the year that he became a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Is that an omen for Kyle Larson and the HendrickCars.com Chevy team? Everybody here at the track has been raving about the weather this week. It has been just beautiful. And on a sunny fall afternoon, this California kid has just been dominant. He made up 4 positions on the opening couple of laps, and that was an omen. But for the second time in his career, Kyle Larson wins at the Roval. Christopher Bell follows him through into the round of 8. And look at that bottom box on the left. Tyler Reddick. Say whatever you want about him. Gritty, determined, tough. He's a fighter. His team at 2311 are fighters, and they did not give up. They had an extra challenge ahead of them today, and they answered that call to fight and drive their way through into the round of 8. Billy Scott being congratulated by Michael Jordan.